Greetings humans, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, people. That's where bears live. Holy cow, people. Holy macaroni. Bears not only got a full tummy for you people. Watching the hockey game, just craziness. Craziness with freaking Tampa Bay. Holy cow, and what was it? Philadelphia, the brotherly love city. Not too much love over there. 4 goals, a fight. The head coach has been thrown out. Man, oh man, what an exciting game. Good to be here with all of you, though. So I want to say hello. Let's see. Hey, Amy. Good to see you here. P-Money is bringing the hotness to this here live stream, people. So be aware. Be aware of old P-Money out here. There we go, people. One of these days, Bear's just going to have to do just an entire show just on hockey. We're just going to do hockey talk the entire time. Forget all this comic book nonsense and craziness out here. Literal craziness. Literal insaneness out here, people. Like, lock them up in the crazy house type insane. Holy cow, Bear has his own theories out here, but he will remain silent for now. For now, people. Only for right now, people. Maybe another show. Maybe it could have went an entirely different direction, but that's alright. We're gonna do it legit tonight. Not necessarily a professional show, but somewhat legit. Somewhat legit. P-Money, of course, is enjoying the Toronto versus Montreal Canadiens. There you go. Martin St. Louis coaching out there. We literally had Tortorella. They had for the 20th anniversary, I suppose, of the first Stanley Cup for Tampa Bay. So they were bringing all the old players out on the ice, and, yay, all right, congratulations. So literally they had like a, standing ovation for Tortorella, who was the coach back then. He's now coaching for Philadelphia. Like 10 minutes later, he's thrown out of the game. Oh boy. One of these days, people. Talk about brotherly love. Brotherly love, the city of. Yes, indeed, people. Alright, I know plenty of people probably don't even care. They're like, hockey, what the hell, Bear? Come on, man, we're here for you in the comics, not for any of this hockey talk. So, I tell you what, people, let us get right on into it here, people. Right on into it, because we do actually have plenty campaign updates for you good people. Including, hasn't really moved much here. I think we were checking out last week. Bear had a little issue Wednesday, but that's alright. No worries here. Bear is fine. $604,000. Congratulations, sir. I don't think that moved much, though. I remember that being somewhat right around there the last time. So, we will keep an eye. Keep an eye on all the craziness that's going on. Anywho, from one bear to another bear, that would be Art T. Bear, people. He says, so close. A slight delay with the printer, he says. The problem itself wasn't a big deal, but we did lose some time. I hate when bear. Apparently, I don't know, people. This is weird. Apparently, there's going to be some sort of time change? What's wrong with you people? How do you control time? Making it go an hour backwards and an hour forwards. Bears have a tenuous grasp on the concept of time. Not really sure what the hell's going on here, but he's gonna wake up and he's like, Bear, you're late. No, what? I went to bed at the same time, woke up. All of a sudden now it's an hour early, hour late. I don't know. What the hell, man? What the heck, man? P-Money says, I'm enjoying this Bear Street better than last weekend. Well, thank you. Last weekend we got, holy cow, 14 inches of snow and we were trapped for 3 days. 14 inches? I don't even know. That boggles Bear's mind. Literally boggles the mind of Bear. I don't know. Do you take a flamethrower? How does that work? How do you melt How do you get rid of all that snow? Trapped for 3 days. Bear had the opposite problem. He had no water whatsoever the other day. So, complete opposite problem. Good to have you here, Peabody. Good to have you here. Hopefully, spring is coming, sir. Spring. I have no idea about the time changes, but pretty sure spring will be coming. So, hang in there. Hang in there. Alright, what the heck, man? From RT Bear, he says, now we are being told by the printer that the books will be shipping to us at the end of the week. That was March 4th, so probably has already arrived. I can't wait to see 2,500 copies of this bad boy with 1,500 copies of High Octane Adventure. Our storage area will be overflowing with campaign goodness. So there you go. Actually, I like. Man, the colors just come out great on there. I forget who he had. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. I forget who he had on the colors, but good job. Whoever it is, good job out there. There you go. He says also we just got in 1,000 larger boxes to handle the t-shirts in a future campaign. So keep your fingers and or claws crossed, because a fulfillment could be starting in a couple weeks. That would be woo and also who, people. Woo and also who. There you go. There's proof of boxes. There you go. If you ever wanted proof, there is your box, sir. As a FYI, we'll be closing Black and White campaign once fulfillment starts. So tell your friends to come on to the site and grab a book. Heck, tell them to grab 2. It's a 2-part story. So there you go. Art and the lovely Pamela out here, people. So make sure you check out Art's campaign here before it closes. The first one, excellent book. Excellent book. Always enjoyed the first Black and White. Was able to get a couple of the 90s books, so very rare stuff. So looking forward to that. Hey Henry, how are you? Hail from the slums. I have to do dishes. I'm sorry, sir. I hate our dishwasher got broke just the other day, so gotta do it all by hand now. Gosh dang it. Some may ask, what the heck is a bear doing with the dishwasher? That's another story for another time, people. Another story. Let's see, Peabody says, it didn't melt. Our street had about 13 hills of snow. Now after the plows came. Well, there you go. There you go. A lot of, I guess, fun for the kids out there. Get to be able to get up on the big hilltop and kind of slide down. Fun stuff. Believe it or not, we actually had snow a long time ago when Bear was a little cub down here in Florida. We had like a recycling box that we just kind of slid. It was more ice than snow, really, but got to slide down there and have some fun in a recycling box. I'm not sure the toboggan, we don't really have many toboggans here, so that is Bear's snow story here. Henry says, oof, at least my washer's still working well. Yeah, man, oh man, you go without water and then all of a sudden the washing machine breaks. Or excuse me, the dishwasher breaks. Oy. Fun. That's the life that Bear lives, man. I tell you. Craziness out here. Anyways, moving on from that. We've got, from another great out here, that would be awesome, Aaron Lopresti. Kit Carter halfway home. Hey everyone. Hey Aaron. As promised, here is your sneak peek at page 32. The pencils of Kit Carter Planet Doom. Let's check it out. Check that sucker out. Why are we talking about it? Oops. Well, do check out his campaign. 111,000. Good job, sir. Where did I put this professional shoot here, Bear? Nope, not that one. For crying out loud. One of these days. There we go. There we are. This marks the halfway point of the book, unless he adds a few extra pages to the final scene, which is always possible. Here at Empire, we tend to over-deliver. Thanks again to everyone who's back so far. The campaign is still growing. To your commitment one of these days. Take a drink, Beer. There we go. The campaign is still growing. Due to your commitment to keep spreading the word. That's what Bear does. If anybody asks, they say, Bear, man oh man, he spreads that word. See you all very soon. That's from Awesome Aaron out here. I'm not sure what the monkey's doing there. I assume that he is pointing and saying, hey, why don't you eat her instead of me first? Let me zoom in on it a little bit there. There we go. Here's kind of the monster creature there. I think we saw him in this page, if Bear's remembering correctly. So there you go. There's the monster creature. And of course, Kid Carter down here. Monkey selling her out, as monkeys do. Monkeys do that, people. They say, oh, eat her instead. Not me. Monkeys taste terrible. Don't ask how Bear knows that. Don't ask. There you go. So anyways, if you want to, please check out Aaron's campaign. Let me get back to it. Let me find it here. Good old awesome Aaron in his campaign. 111,000. People, you could be the one to push it. 111,100. It could be 1111111. There you go. Maybe the monkey is pointing and saying, I'm out of here. That could be possible. That could be possible. You know, bears think a little bit differently, so it could be possible. He says, I don't know. It looks like he's pointing at Kid Carter, though. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. Kind of looks like, hey, kill her first. That's what Bear would... you know, I mean, yeah. That way, Kit. Oh, that way, Kit. Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, thank you, Henry. Yeah, he's like, get out of here, Kit. I will save you. I don't know, man. If you've ever talked to monkeys, you would have a different impression, people. I'm sure. Bears only care about themselves. Mostly. I mean, you know, every once in a while we kind of, you know, I mean, listen. Bears are very loyal. We don't want to say that out loud. You know, you don't want to say, oh, yeah, we'll die for you. No, of course not. Bear would be the first one fed to the wood chipper, so, no. But yeah, silently. We'll talk like Brandon here. Yeah, we kinda loyal, but don't tell everybody. Don't tell everybody. There you go. So anyways, was actually looking up. Oh gosh, it's in another window there. But Bear was looking up anime bears, and apparently there's a what's the one on Netflix? Is it One Piece? No. What is it? Anyways, there was one where it's like he's like a ship captain. A bear is a ship captain. So very interesting. Gotta check that out sometime. Anyways, I don't know how the hell we got onto that, but there we go. There is awesome Aaron and his awesome penciling there. It probably needs a little bit more inks in there. It was kind of hard to tell. Whoops, wait a minute, not that one. Gosh dang it, Bear, one of these days, professional show. A little bit hard to tell the monster. You kind of had to zoom in a little bit there. It was kind of a little bit blurry for Bear. I guess he needs his glasses. You ever see a bear in the woods with glasses? That's where you know. That's how you would know Bear. You'd say, hey, there he is. He's got the glasses on, reading his comic book. There you go. All right. It's from... Wait a minute. What the heck? Come on. What the heck is going on here? Why is it blank? For crying out loud, people. One of these days, professional show. There we go. From the lovely Savor of Bears camera, Yonzi Lin. Inglorious Rex 2 progress update. Hello, 9 live comic backers. And shirtwear. We are pleased to announce that the supplemental book is undergoing pre-press. The main book has been completely colored and lettered as you read this update, so everything's moving along nicely. We hope to bring you, bring to you, in our next update, the expected delivery date of our books from the printers. Awesome. And when fulfillment will start. If you missed out on any of the campaigns, be sure to check out our Second Chance campaign on either Indiegogo or 9 Lives Comic. Bear's got that link down there in the description, but let's check it out. Let's see how they're doing here. Almost, people. You could be. Get a nice little package there. You could be the one that pushes them over 20K, people. 7 days left, it looks like. So, get on it, people. Get right on it. You only got a week left. Don't come back here next week and say, "Oh, Bear, oh, where did it go?" Listen, man, I told you. I'm letting everybody know. Everybody know out there. A second chance out there. So, what do they call that? Kind of kaiju kickboxers. Big monster kickboxers. Very interesting. So, do make sure to check it out. The first book was really good. I really liked the first book. So, if you haven't checked it out, Bear did a kind of a quick review. I'll try to, if you're watching this after the fact, I will leave the link up there. Just go ahead and search for it in Bear's channel. Just literally just watch every video. I just put it on the playlist. You know, go do your chores or whatever. If you gotta go wash the dishes, Bear would appreciate it. Also, hit that thumbs up. Gosh darn it. There you go. So, at 19,884 he is. There you go, people. Some good stuff from Shane Davis. You gotta say that right. Otherwise, you mess up and you say shaved anus. That's just insulting, man. That's just insulting. I assume Bear got his glasses by killing a human and then stealing them. Hey, man, come on now. Listen, let's not put the murder rap on Bear here. It probably, I think it came in through the mail. He just stole the glasses. He didn't kill anybody. Crying out loud. Man, I tell you, man, they're trying to get the freaking fish and wildlife after Bear here. Although he does like the tranquilizer darts. That sends Bear to his little happy place. So, I don't know. Maybe. We'll check it out one day. Anyways, from our good friend out there, Narwhal. Gosh dang it, man. Why did they have to get rid of Narwhal? AKA Berg. He's got a Earthbound. I don't know why he says Earthbound. Well, it is his campaign. It is, Grand Prix 2. Kind of, I suppose he's going to assemble all this stuff into kind of one main book. So it's kind of like chapters. So Bear had the first chapter. Gosh, we did this a while back. Last year. I think before Bear went to Tampa. Anyways, a Grand Prix, kind of the continuation of Earthbound. Earthbound 1 and 2 kind of set up what became Grand Prix. So, here he is continuing that. And he's got some nice artwork here. There we go. Sorry, Bear is burping. Anyways, he says a new Earthbound campaign is alive. He says the new Earthbound Cook. Wait, what? The new Earthbound Cook launched this morning. Hold on, people. Cook? What the heck, man? Finally, they finally listened to Bear. Finally gonna do a ComicsGate cookbook. Well, gosh darn it, Narwhal can't do a ComicsGate cookbook. Just a regular cookbook, I suppose. Finally, people. Finally. Forget about the Grand Prix. Just get your order in for Narwhal's cookbook. Narwhal Cooking. There you go. Put in your recipes now, people. I'm assuming he means book. Book launched this morning. This is why you've got to spell check, people, before you just randomly hit that enter button and send it away there. So, anyways, there you go. You can find it there in the description. Okay. He calls it Earthbound Grand Prix Part 2. Okay, so there we go. Okay. I see. Bear sees here. Yes, indeed. I'm going to see VM here. He likes the inverted hearts drawing. Oh, yeah. Pretty cool. I was watching the stream with a delay. That's alright, VM. I'm like looking. I'm like, okay, where is that heart stream? I don't recall. Don't recall. I'm going to see Amy here as well. Bringing people in left and right here. Listening to Bear, probably a bad idea, says Mark. There you go. Good to see Mark. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, sir. On a Saturday. All right, people. Listen, we're not going to have very long to do this. I hope everyone now has finally gotten their singing voices. Because we've got that update, people. So we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it here on a 3. On a 3, people. Well, let me take a drink. Everybody situated here. Go. Get ready, people. Get ready. Yes, indeed. That's good stuff. Good water. Good. Finally got the water back. Yeah. All right, people. On a 3, people. On a 3. On a 2. On a 1. That's right. We're going to be talking about the ghosts. The ghosts of Matecumbe. The ghosts of Matecumbe, people. Because he is shipping, people. We can't do this for very much longer. Happy Thursday, Ghoul Gang, he says. That's from Graham Nolan. I just want everyone to know that the books are continuing to ship. Mute! How dare you, Gemini? How dare you, sir? Just want everyone to know that the books are continuing to ship every day. So if you haven't received a tracking number, there's no need to be concerned. Bear has not. I am concerned. We have more to ship out, he says. Lots more. All of the CGC books are boxed up and ready to ship out to Sarasota tomorrow. I'll have to get on the road and intercept that truck. 210 pounds worth. Those boxes are killer on my back. I hope everyone is enjoying this rash of warm weather, except for Peabody, who's got like 13 inches of snow. Sorry. At least here in the parts of the Northeast. Yeah, I guess your warm weather is a little bit different than beer. They've been burning out in the woods and also freaking the pollen. So I apologize ahead of time if beer is a little bit raspy here. The pollen, it is everywhere. Beer has turned yellow, literally. Not Oriental, but all the freaking pollen. At least when it rains, you kind of wash it off there. But anyways, all the best. That's from a bodybuilder, a shorted hair Graham. 210 pounds. That can't be breaking the back at all, Graham. Can't be breaking the back. He's like, hey, I got your books right here. Right here. Forget about them. Hey, they're fragile. Hey. Anyways, there we go. I don't know why he has the sepia color going on here, but there you go. A very happy Graham Nolan. Which, by the way, make sure to check out. Make sure you check out his Monster Island if you haven't already. So there you go. There you go, people. Let's see. P-Money says, I don't sing. I'm like William Shatner. I speak song lyrics. There you go. Henry is doing the dishes. I hope you're not missing the chat, sir. That is where all the fun is at. When did the cricket get here? Momentarily. Just moments ago. Let's see. P-Money just now, but I'm about to pass out. Holy cow. Jiminy, I hope you don't pass out, sir. Hope he doesn't. By the way, I enjoyed seeing Jiminy, gosh, what was that? Maybe a week or two ago. They were doing an auction on Rene's stream, so good to see him over there. Good stuff. I enjoyed that stream. Finally a fun, gosh darn it, we can't call it Comicsgate stream. Poor Rene. Hold on. Oh, where's my Rick at? Where's my... Oh, 1 second here, people. I gotta find my Rick. Where's my Rick? Gosh dang it, man. Gosh dang it here. Where's Rick? There we go. There he is. Gosh dang it, man. First you took Narwhal away from Bear. And now you're taking Reedy. That's not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. One of my favorite clips of all time. All time, man. Not gonna happen, Rick. Dun 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 dun. Anyways, there we go. Stinking. I tell you what, man. Bear's still ticked off about that. Still ticked. I've got theories, people. Bear has theories out here. Man, oh man, it would shake Comicsgate to its core. Literally, it could have been an entirely different stream, people, but Bear's being respectful. Respectful Bear. It's hard, man. It's hard to do, especially when they took away Rene and Narwhal and Kelsey. For crying out loud, everybody else. What the hell, man? I don't know what the hell's going on here. Anyhow, from Eric, Ninaltowski, completely different. Completely different. He is on Whatnot. Whatnot. That's right. I can't call it Comicsgate. Comics Fence. We're actually going to be talking about GamerGate here in just a minute. Holy cow! GamerGate's done more in the past 2 weeks than Comicsgate has done in the past 2 months. Oy, 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 oy. Anyhow, I don't need to get on any of that. Whatnot, that's from Eric Ninaltowski. You can win, people. 11 by 17 piece of original art on Monday, 3/11, at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is 5 p.m. for the rest of us normal people. Well, normal bears out here. I will be live on Whatnot, and you can win! Exclamation point. Plus, all who enter will be in the running to win another piece of original art on Grifter. Oh, of Grifter. I was like, wait a minute, there's a site called Grifter? Holy cow. There you go. So, anyways, there you go. You can check that out. Let's see. Do I have the... that's a nice piece here. I'm looking for the link, if he has the link down here. Oh, and Shadow Sentry Origins is ending on March 27th, people, so make sure. We got plenty of campaigns that are ending. Let's see, Black and White. What was the other one that was ending? Oh, Shane's, Inglorious Rex 2. Shadow Sentry. Big month here, people. You only got a couple, some days, some a couple weeks left to go here. I missed the second book. I need to make sure I get that second book. The latest installments from Shadow Sentry Universe is almost finished up. That means it's time to go to print, people. As we crunch... pardon me. Had a little bit of full tummy here. As we crunch numbers and get the final counts in what order, we'll be discontinuing the campaign on Indiegogo. So there you are. I can't remember if he had that on... Yeah, I think he did have that on Fund My Comics. So that one might be over as well. So get on it, people. Now is your chance, he says. And he's also got this other kid's book as well. Battle Mode Omega. Is that something you want to see, people? Whether you're seeing it right now. Right now. There it is. I like the colors. Pretty cool. Kind of like a Power Rangers, I guess. Interesting. Let's see. Indie comics that do and don't actually come out, says Mark Anthony. Yes, indeed. Well, hey, I mean, sometimes they take, 2, 3+ years, but, they eventually, unless you got Detective Dead, or Brand 2, or, what was the other one out there? The Huerta book. God, I forgot the name of it already. Forget it. Anyways, the Huerta book, they're never coming out, people. Never, ever, ever. Let's see. He says he did not know that he had Whatnot. Gary and Kevin. I'm assuming Kevin Sharp both have as well. Very cool. Might need to check that out. Beer is on the precipice here. We'll talk a little bit about Google stuff here in just a minute, but on the precipice. I might be checking out some Rumble here in the next little bit. So Kevin Sharp, yes, okay. Might be checking out, so may have to throw in a Whatnot. Although, Bear's not selling stuff, so I don't know. I don't know if the Whatnot would be. Gosh dang it! I don't know if the Whatnot would be part of that, but I'll have to check into it. I have no idea about Whatnot, so I couldn't. I don't know Whatnot about Whatnot. There you go. There you go, people. Let's see, saw him show up on a Gary stream for a few seconds. Should have connected the dots. I hope Gary is still doing some YouTube stuff. I need to go check that out. I hope Gary is doing well then as well, Amy. Hope he is doing. Working on getting more people on Gary's Whatnot. Probably just need to get more people on I probably really just need to do a concerted effort of just diversification on Google. We've got a number of stories here. If you haven't been following along, the AI that they've come out with, Gemini, holy moly, we've got some background on that. You people are going to be floored on that. So, yeah, might be a good idea. I'm wondering if Google is going to be going the way of like AOL. AOL used to be like the biggest company in the world, and now look where they are. You get an AOL email, and you're like, God, screw that. What are you, boomer? Get out of here, man. Get the heck out of here, man. Oh, by the way, and speaking of, I should have flipped right to it. Oy, Bear, professional show. Oh, man. Slipping here, man. Totally slipping. From Gary, he says the Titan Volume 3 campaign is 50% filled. Hi all, I'm halfway done on the fulfillment of Titan Malsamite 3. That's right, he says. 50% of the books have been shipped. Keep your eyes on the mail. Yes, indeed. I'm going to keep my... Make sure Bear gets to it before Timmy McTimerson does, just in case. Just in case. Gary hasn't been on YouTube for a while after... He got hacked again? Is this recent? Holy cow, I thought he had a channel just recently. I saw something about... I forget if it was Packens Land or if it was something else. I don't recall. Anyways, 12 days left on Packens Land, so make sure you get on it, people. Right away, people. On your Indiegogo. Pardon me. Freaking pollen and smoke outside. Getting the beer's throat here. There we go. And Ninaltowski followed him on Whatnot, says Mark. Good for you. Good for you. Tell everyone over there, Mark, that Bear says hello. Bear needs to get back onto the Discord. They sent him like an email a while back, and they're like doing some sort of changes over there. Bear forgot his password, so I need to fix that out and get that going. I've been trying to get just a busy week here. Well, with no water. Yay! I've been trying to do the StreamYards. Trying to go over from OBS to StreamYards, but had other stuff coming up here. Oy, people. Yes, indeed. Henry says the dishes are done. For now. They're never finally done. They're just in a position where they're clean for the moment. Unless you get like throwaway plates. Gosh, Bear might need to get throwaway plates because his freaking dishwasher is broken. That might work. That might work. Have to go get some paper plates out there for Bear. Yes, indeed. All right, here. Not gonna happen, Rick. It's not gonna freaking happen, man. I hope everyone is enjoying the thumbnail here. I got this off at Etsy, so down there in the description. Pardon me. If you want to check that out, people. I've been enjoying some of the artwork there. It's starting to run out, so I might need to get some artist help for some more thumbnails. Bear's not going to the whole AI route to make his thumbnails like some people out there. Mainly because he's not an artist, but still, people. All right, we were talking about this. Let me bring in the chat for crying out loud. Beer, come on, man, professional show. We were talking about this just moments ago. GamerGate, just risen from the ashes, people, risen. Beer participated a little bit way back when. Gosh, this has been many moons ago. A certain Bear's actually been back, escaping all the craziness and drama, all that sort of stuff on the GamerGate side of stuff. I've been enjoying the some of the new updates for the Grand Theft Auto game, so I've been playing a little bit of that. And anyways, just reminding Bear, he's like, oh yeah, that's right, I got kicked off of a certain website out there, the whole GamerGate situation. So, Sweet Baby Inc. is what we're talking about here. How a DEI firm is taking over games. Terrifying them with what could happen if they don't give you what you want. From Daniel Greenfield out here, great writer. He says Microsoft, Warner Brothers, Electric Arts, those are only some of the major corporations who appear on the alliance of Sweet Baby Inc. That would be a DEI, a DIE rather, a consulting firm that some video games players believe is reshaping the industry. Sweet Baby Inc. was founded in 2018, but its clients now include Xbox rather. That would be Microsoft. Warner Brothers. Let's see. Electronic Arts. The Sims. Ubisoft. And a number of others out there. As well as Valve, whose whatever. Steam platform controls over 75% of the global video game sales. Monopolistic. There we go. That was the word that Beer was trying to say. Like Monopoly. Like the board game. I hope, gosh dang it, I hope the Sweet Baby people don't have anything to do with Monopoly games. Of the top 10 best-selling games in 2023, 8 were published by the studio that were either affiliated with Sweet Baby Inc. or that, after Microsoft's takeover of much of the industry, now are. The consolidation of the video game industry and the embrace of DIE by top video games companies has made it virtually impossible, people, for video and computer game players to escape the DEI reach. Amy, Melissa, now is your time. Go, you gotta get that independent game out and get rid of all this craziness here. In a presentation at the GDC, co-founder Ken Belair urged gaming company employees to form relationships with marketing people and urged them to bring in consultants like them, probably, and terrify them with what could happen if you don't give them what they want. Terrifying the marketing departments for some of the biggest gaming companies in the world seems to be working. So what does Sweet Baby Inc. actually do, people? Let's find out. According to the DIE firm, it begins with an all-hands review of the project, followed by rewriting it. Oh, terrific. Sweet Baby Inc. boasts that its people, quote, aren't afraid of breaking some things down. Oh, to build it back up. Oh, yeah, sure. And what they're offering is sensitivity readings. Oh, that sounds nice. And the same process that led to the rewriting of classic books by everyone from Ian Fleming to Agatha Christie, to risk assessments. Terrible. Gamers claim to have spotted the results of Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement in Assassin's Creed. With the degree of Sweet Baby's involvement in remaking games remains opaque. They just said that they want to do it. The company claims to handle every area of writing, oh boy, from creating characters to writing dialogue to world building, reinventing everything for the sake of, quote, inclusivity and diversity. You know, whenever they say inclusivity, they're really meaning kicking people out. That's really what it means, people. Players, however, describe seeing favorite franchises ruined and characters transformed, displaced, or inserted to fulfill a political agenda. The message, people, along with a severe drop in quality and enjoyability. That's why Bear is enjoying a game that's 10 years old. That's why some players created lists of games to avoid because of Sweet Baby's involvement. They talk about the Steam creator. There's actually one that they go on the stream, so it like literally removes all that sort of stuff. Of course, they're being complained about there. Of course, since Steam accounts contain digitally purchased games, that could mean a loss of thousands of dollars. Despite the effort to remove that list, it has over 155,000 followers, showing just how controversial Sweet Baby Inc. has become and how many players are looking to avoid it. And there's evidence that gamers are avoiding everything right now, rightly or wrongly linked to Sweet Baby Inc. That's fine. Even if it's wrongly linked, you want to kind of force some of the companies to come out and say, oh, no, not here, not us. Not us, man. Not us. Saints Row, completely gone now, thanks to them. But some of the biggest companies in the industry aren't abandoning Sweet Baby Inc. or other similar groups like Black Girl Gamers, which consulted on the massive bomb Forspoken, also estimated at $100 million in development cost, no matter how much money they lose, people. Like most industry leaders, big gaming firms are committed to the DIE, and that's how they will end up. Companies like Microsoft, we already talked about all that stuff, yada. So there is freaking GamerGate 2.0 coming back with a vengeance. Comicsgate just committing suicide right before our very eyes. Bear has his own theories. Boy, oh boy, does Bear have theories. But anyways, there is that from Daniel Greenfield out here at Front Page Mag. Do check them out. They are on top of a lot of the cultural stuff out there, people. Yes, indeed. Marker for Anthony says, "Oh no, not Square, not Square, not Square. Let's hope not. Let's see. They'll find some way to mess up Pong. You know they will. They probably will. That's they would probably make, they gotta have representation in there, so they'd make the two squares black. Of course it's on a black background, so you wouldn't be able to see what you're doing. But that's what DIE is doing, people. There you go. Including from here, bounding into comics, the great Spencer McCooley. Mainstream press, video game developers come out in full force to run defense for Sweet Baby Inc. Just like good old times. The good old days of friggin' Gamergate out there. They're talking about Suicide Squad here. Man, oh man, James Gunn has his fingers all over this, man. This is his characters out there. They're trying to kind of incorporate a lot of the movies with the comics with the video games. Trying to keep it all kind of, siloed together, I suppose, there. So, yeah, if you think that the Superman movie... we've got some stories on that here in just a second. If you think the Superman movie is going to be just, the bee's knees, probably not, man. Do you want another Gamergate? Because this is how you get another Gamergate, he says. To the surprise of no one, the mainstream press, as well as members of the overall Western video game industry, have responded to the recent and well-deserved scrutiny leveled at the work of inclusion-focused narrative consulting company Sweet Baby Inc., doing their best to run defense for their ideological allies, people. There you go. There is... Everybody wanted to play Spider-Man. No. We here you are. Here's Miles Morales, which I think didn't they come out and they says, yeah, he's not even Spider-Man? Like, he's like completely different? If Bear remembers correctly. Circling the Wagons, first kicked off. Katu! Oh, boy! Man, oh, man, good time. I thought that didn't they go under? Didn't they get bought out by somebody? Like a while ago? Yeah. For an article rather, Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. No, you don't believe your lying eyes out there, people. They had a couple interesting tweets here as well. Let me find one here. What were they talking about? Oops, not that one. Where is it? Bear, one of these days, professional show. Let's see, Mary Kenny. Let's see, who was she? I'm trying to figure out. She was... Insomniac Games developer, narrative director, Mary Kenny. She's saying, so no, Sweet Baby Game didn't kill your game. Well, you probably did, Mary. Of course, they had nothing to do with the layoffs. They gave notes, pitches, advice, and research. And then were bullied into, the studio was, making the final call on what is in the game. If you have a beef, it's with us. Keep it with us. All right, Mary. I see that, and I raise you, madam. I raise you. These are not the droids you're looking for, says Mark. There you go. Another one as well. Let's see. This was Bungie. Bungie? Really? Oh, for crying out loud. Well, Microsoft, I suppose. Yeah. If you're mad about DIE ruining games, you need to grow up, people. I mean, really. What are you doing buying video games? That's great. Coming from a video game developer. You need to stop buying our video games. You need to stop wasting so much time on grifters who are only there to manipulate you and milk your anger for engagement. That's what Beard's here for. Milking and engagement. And also anger. You need to talk to people who aren't like you a bit more. Everyone is not like Bear. Bear is a bear. You need to stop falling for this, people. It's all your fault. How dare you? Says Thickest Yosh. Thickest Yosh out here. So there you go. So one of the things that they were talking about was the where is it here? There we go. What was it called? Kill the Justice League. So instead of playing hey kids out there, don't you want to play with your favorite superhero in a video game? Well, screw you, because you're going to be playing with the bad guys instead and killing the superheroes. Oh, joy. Oh, yay. So that was another one. Gosh, I don't remember how much money they lost. People were refunding this left and right. Kind of started kicking it off a little bit. People are mad at Rocksteady. Rocksteady looks like they might go out of business here. Rightfully so, apparently. Oy, oy, oy. Get woke, go broke. So apparently people were looking into that a little bit and saying, hey, the whole Suicide Squad thing, what's going on with that? I come out with the Sweet Baby Inc. people, quote-unquote, advising people, and said, hey, we need to put in more DIE stuff, and that's what they got, some DIE out there, people. DIE, so there you go. And if you thought that this was going to be completely separate from the whole James Gunn universe, boy, oh boy, you've got some. It's going to be some come-uppings here. Which, by the way, we actually have. Kind of switching a little bit of a topic here, but I was kind of blown away by this. Literally blown away by this. This comes from World of Real. And let's see, Jordan Rumini? How much would you guess that the Superman movie would be costing people? I mean, because the last several movies in the DC slate have not made their money back at all. So you'd figure, hey, let's cut back just a little bit. Let's make kind of a good Superman movie, but, it's Superman. We don't need to, spend millions and millions and millions of dollars out there making Superman. It's freaking corn sweat and horse face out here. How much money are you spending? They are spending $363 million on this. $363 million, people. If you double that, what would that be? 750. They would need to make $750 million on Superman just to break even. But don't believe, people, says James Gunn. Social media users flagged an article in the Columbia Business Journal. We're all subscribed to that, aren't we? Which included the claim that James Gunn's Superman Legacy, which is now called Superman, gosh darn it, would have a massive budget of $363 million. And they came to that, figuring that based on the Ohio Motion Picture Tax Credit of $37 million, or a little more than 10% of the film's total budget. Oy! Oy, 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 oy. So there you are, people. They applied for a tax credit filming in Ohio. They're filming in a lot of places, really. $36 million. So if you ever wonder, hey, why don't we get enough money for the roads or the schools or all this other stuff? Thank Warner Brothers, Discovery Warner Brothers, and James Gunn out there for spiriting away $36 million. Could have went straight to the kids? Not so much. Not so much. 2006, Superman Returns, and Man of Steel was in the $200 million range. Superman Returns, I think, made its money back, if Bear remembers correctly. It wasn't like a huge film, but it made its money back. Man of Steel, I believe, made plenty of money there. But they went in for $300 million with Justice League. I'm not sure if that helped out there. Anyways, they said the amount of pressure Gunn has been making Superman, not Legacy, gosh darn it, is unheard of. Is it really? Warner and David Zaslav are betting all their chips, even though they came out and they said, hey, we better not kind of slow down on the whole that Superman, or excuse me, the superhero stuff. And if it gets off to a rocky start, then heads will have to roll. Please. Please be James Gunn. Please be James Gunn. Please be James Gunn. Please be James Gunn, lover of children. I do wonder if there's a massive audience for Superman, which has been rebooted a few times already to mixed results. Batman and Spider-Man seem to be the more popular takes for movie audiences. Yes, indeed. Which, by the way, James Gunn came out and says, "Oh no, that's not true at all." So you either believe James Gunn, well, and Warner Brothers is committing tax evasion with what was that? Ohio. So he says, "No way, no, that's not it at all." It's like, okay, well, if I believe you, James Gunn, you committed tax fraud, and if I believe the people that came up with all this stuff, then just put it in the bucket of James Gunn's truth-telling out there. Ay, yay. P-Money says, oh, $750 million to just break even. Yeah, that's it. Just to break even. You need to make $1 billion just to make some money there. Roughly 1.5 to 2 times the figure is the usual advertising publicity numbers. Thank you, Mark, reminding everybody out there. Henry says, that's all? Question mark. That's all? It's all going to old Corn Sweat here. Him and Horseface. Hey, let's bring in a couple no-name actors that nobody knows anything about. Nathan Fillion is like the biggest name that they have. Like, where's all the money going? Really? Seriously. I mean, maybe, well, but we won't discuss James Gunn stuff. But they did say, hey, Batman might be the better option out of the two. Let's see what The Batman Part 2 is doing, people. Maybe they're doing all right. Jeffrey Wright has not seen a script for The Batman Part 2 just yet. I'm waiting patiently, he says. Very patiently. In the dark, apparently. In the freaking dark out here. God dang it, I hate this movie. With a burning... listen, if you're new to this channel, you might not know the burning passion, the burning hatred that Beer has for the Batman out here. The worst Batman of all time. That's right, I'm including the George Clooney one with the credit card. And what was this? What's the other? George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell. The lovely Uma Thurman. Alicia Silverstone? Who else was in there? Was that the one with Arnold? I mean, if you're going to spend a whole bunch of money, I mean, you might as well get some big names out there. But, the worst Batman ever. Henry says the Batman was my favorite Batman movie. Oh, boy. Well, we lost Henry. We've lost Henry. Here, look. What the hell's going on with this, right? Okay. I'm sorry. Henry. This is a pet peeve of Beer's here. Like, literally, you couldn't see anything in the damn movie. Everything was all blurry and soft focus and this and that. Blah, blah. Like this one right here, where they're showing it. Like, look at this. Look at all the artifacts in the background. I don't know if they're shooting on video or film, but look at all that. Like, seriously, you spent like a lot of money and had some great cinematographers, and then like that's the best thing you can come up with. Like, at art schools, film school student could do better than that. Crying out loud. All out of focus. Dark, can't see anything, black on black, put the lights in the background there. Another terrible thing, the ending was horrible. Henry, explain the ending. Henry says bye. Sorry, Henry. I'm sorry, Henry. We kid. We kid out here, but, worst movie. Terrible movie. Like, the third act was just, like, I couldn't even, we're gonna flood the city. Oh, okay. Alright, so, we're gonna flood the city. What's going on here? You can't see anything. It's black on black on black. You might as well just have a blank screen for crying out loud. Anyways, the sequel is only a year and a half removed from its release window, and starting shoot date hasn't been set yet. Maybe things will move more quickly as the premiere of The Penguin nears closer on the max. By the way, I thought Colin how do you pronounce that? Colin... the Penguin guy. I thought he did an excellent job. I thought he did a really fantastic job I thought that the car chase was fantastic. That was the best part of the entire movie. Bear has a theory that it was entirely shot by the second unit because what's his face? Who is it? Matt Reeves. Um, yeah, he can't. He just can't direct. Look at this, man. You can't see anything. I thought the car chase was excellent, though. It did go on too long, way too, like 5 hours. Oh yeah, yeah. Bear was just like, make it end, make it end. Why won't you make it end? Please make it end. Oh, for crying out loud. He kept circling back over and over again. Like the world's greatest. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, people. Got Bear bee in his bonnet here. Spoiler alert. So the whole thing was the Penguins Club, right? And they were killing people outside of the Penguins Club. And like it took the entire movie for them to figure out, hey, maybe we should go door to door around the freaking Penguins Club there and see what's going on. Literally, the Riddler was right there. He was like right across the street. World's greatest detective, my tookus. My tookus. The car chase was awful. What? Hey, Henry, we are going at cross purposes here. I tell you. If you want to go ahead and hit that thumbs down, that's fine, my dear. For crying out loud. Terrible movie. I did like the car chase. Oh, and Paul Dino. Excellent. I thought he was excellent. Him and Colin, what's his face there? Excellent. Excellent. Everybody else terrible. Robert Pattinson, completely miscast. What's his face? Jeffrey Wright. Huh? Really? Why? He's always mumbling. What? Huh? Speak up! Speak up, gosh darn it. Always in the dark. Bear doesn't like bees. Next, you'll tell me Bear is lying about liking salmon. No, I love salmon. Love the bees, except for when they sting you. Except for when they sting you. I can't believe he thought the car chase was awful. That was the best part of the entire movie. Best part of the entire movie, man. All right, we will move on. We will definitely move on from all of that. Losing viewers left and right here. Aye. Let's get behind something that we can all hate together. That would be Disney. Disney has killed a few projects. Amid studio overhaul, says Bob Iger. We've not been that public about it. Apparently, the person that was in charge of the live-action remakes of all their movies has been fired. So it looks like the Bambi movie has now been kicked to the curb. They've probably already spent a boatload of money for the Snow White film, so unfortunately that's still going to go on. But maybe they can CGI, what's her name, Rachel Ziegler? Maybe they can CG her out of existence. But yeah, they are getting rid of a few projects out there, says CEO Bob Iger. And they're coming up with their shareholder meeting. So that is going to be interesting. That's going to be one thing to follow. So he's probably trying to get ahead of all that. Yeah, there we go. There is Sean Bailey there. There you go. Departed. President of Disney Live Action and president of 20th Century Studios, who they took over. Good job, Bob. Money well spent, sir. Money well spent for you. Gosh damn. There we go. Got cleared the throat. Pardon me, people. Or Dwayne Johnson's live action Momoa. Oh, I haven't heard that. Haven't seen the latest on the new Snow White. They literally were replacing all the quote-unquote dwarves with CGI. So they got rid of the dwarves, who weren't really dwarves. Because, like, a dwarf was complaining about it, so they was like, we gotta put, like, regular people in there. And then the dwarves were like, wait a minute. Or little people, I apologize. The little people out there were like, wait a minute, hold on. We need more little people representation out there. And then everybody blew their top. They're like, okay, we're going to go CGI everything. So everybody lost their jobs on that one. So there you go, people. Yeah, he was talking about making Mona. Just why? It's not even that old. I know. Squeezing that stone with everything that it is worth, people. Everything that it is worth. All right, we're coming up on an hour. I don't know. I might save a couple of these for maybe the next time. I did want to get to this one real quick, though. Very, very good article. Please do check it out in the description out there, people. From Pirate Wire. Oh, pardon me. Let me see. Jill Goldsmith over there at Deadline. Pirate Wires out there. Mike Solana talking about Google's culture of fear. I thought this was a great, great article. Well worth the read. A little bit of a long article out here. Losing $70 billion on their Gemini AI. People were asking, what the heck? What is going on with this AI? Where are they showing? Let's see. Do I still have it? No, gosh darn it. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, people. Yes, I do. Where is it? You had your Santa Claus and your hockey people and the crazy. Let's see, where was it here? I was looking for the founding fathers, all this sort of stuff. People are asking, like, what the heck is going on here, man? Why is Google why literally a company founded on search? How could they get this that wrong? So they actually were talking to some engineers at Google. Let me find it here. I need to go. Here we go. Here we are. So they're trying to figure out, okay, why would you, if you typed in, let's see, George Washington, for example, why did that come up? Like what the heck's going on with George Washington being black? Nothing against representation or anything like that, but you're searching for George Washington. Why would he come up? It's a factual thing. Why would that come up kind of awkward like that? So they actually did some research. The folks here at Pirate Wire, just generally, I skipped through a bunch of stuff here, but they go on to say roughly the safety, quote unquote, safety architecture designed around image generation looks like this. He says a user makes a request for an image in the chat interface, which is Gemini. Once it realizes it's being asked for a picture, it sends it on to a smaller, what they called large language model. So that's kind of your AI. That exists specifically for rewriting prompts in keeping with the company's thorough diversity mandates. This smaller LLM is trained with a system there on synthetic data generated by a third LLM that uses Google's full page-long diversity preamble, pages long rather. The second AI then rephrases the question that you asked. Hey, can you show me George Washington? It rephrases that question, show me an auto mechanic, and that becomes show me an Asian auto mechanic in overalls laughing, an African American female auto mechanic holding a wrench, a Native American auto mechanic with a hard hat. Are there Native American auto mechanics? Would they be working on horses? And I kid people, for crying out loud. And sends it on to the diffusion model. The diffusion model then checks to make sure that the prompt doesn't violate the safety policy. You see things like self-harm, anything with children, images of real people, etc., etc. Generates the image, checks back again for violations of safety policy, and returns them to the user. 3 entire models, all kind of designed for adding diversity. I asked one person close to the safety architecture. It seems like that diversity is a huge, maybe even central part of the product. Like, in a way, is the product. There you go. He says, we probably spent half of our engineering hours on making sure that the question that you ask, you make a question, you make a request here, it goes through 1, 2, 3, goes back to the second one, goes through a diffusion model, and then checks for safety policy. It goes through. It's like the old telephone game, where you'd go around the circle, you'd say one thing, and then by the time it got right around the circle, it becomes something completely different. That's your Trillion-dollar company right there. Like, ay, 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 ay. Why is Google like this? Yeah, I don't know, man. Ungodly sums of money and history's greatest monopoly products has naturally resulted in Google's famously unique culture, which is now the problem. Anyways, a great article. Do recommend going checking it out. Essentially, oops, I don't want to give any bad words there, but yeah, essentially, kind of long story short here, they need somebody better to be in charge. Literally nobody's in charge at Google, number one. Number two, what they're talking about with AI here, Google is sitting on an enormous amount of cash, but the company does lose AI, and AI in turn eats the search. It will lose its core function. So essentially, they came up with the AI to supplant the search engine. But supplanting the search engine meant that they lose what their company was made of. So they didn't want the company to go extinct, so they screwed up the AI, either intentionally or just through crazy diversity stuff. And that's where you get Black George Washington, Mongolian female hockey players, and all of the other stuff. It is completely nuts, people. Literally and completely nuts. Henry is a software engineer. Henry, hopefully that made sense to you. Hopefully that's back beer up. Bear is not a software engineer. He is just a bear. Let's see. It sounds like what happened with Meta. History repeats. Yeah, there you go. There you go. George Washington Carver, possibly. Possibly. PMI says, well, at least they looked into why Gemini did what it did and posted it, and didn't just ignore it. No, they did. They completely ignored it. The Sanjay, this fellow right here, yeah, he basically came out with a mea culpa of, yeah, hey, we did stuff wrong and we'll make stuff better, but never really said what the stuff wrong was. So, no, this is the people called Pirate Wires. They're kind of a sort of, I won't call them a bunch of hackers out there, but not down with the whole Google stuff. Let's just say. So, talking to some sources, actually doing some actual reportage, people, reportage out here. Finally, I'm just gonna mention this. I thought this was really funny out here. Google's newest office has AI designers toiling in a Wi-Fi desert, people. From Reuters. Google has been touting the myriad of innovations, in the first building wholly designed and built by the web giant. Even moving workers into focus on its highest profile project, that would be the AI, people. But some say they wish the innovations had included decent Wi-Fi. Trillion-dollar company designed it themselves. Software engineers can't get the Wi-Fi to work. Can't get the Wi-Fi to work. Google spokesman acknowledged, we've had some Wi-Fi connectivity issues in the Bayview. That's their new campus there. Made several improvements to address the issue, and the company is hoping to have a fix in the coming weeks, people. These are the smartest engineers. Well, maybe not, with their all diversity. The DEI engineers out there designed it themselves, and they can't get the freaking Wi-Fi to work. Bear gets his Wi-Fi to work out here in the woods. Well, absconds it from the neighbors, but that's alright. That's a whole side issue. According to one AI engineer assigned to the building, which also houses members of the advertising team, the wonky Wi-Fi has been no help for Google pushing a 3-day per week return to office. Wow. Bunch of lazy you-know-whats. Asked by Reuters if the campus has ample Wi-Fi, yes, Gemini. Gemini appeared cautiously optimistic. It is highly likely that the Bayview campus has Wi-Fi. As the headquarters of a major tech company, Google, it would be surprising if it did not. I don't know, man. I don't know there. That's pretty bad. You would think the world's leading internet company would have this worked out. Like others, he spoke to Reuters on the condition of anonymity because Google has not authorized them to talk about work conditions. Like the Wi-Fi working. The Wi-Fi in Google's new campus out there, people. The new campus. Finally, let me just round it out here for you good people. From the New York Post, good folks over there, Alex Mitchell, interstellar signal long believed to be proof, people, of alien life, was probably just a truck. But a bump. E.T. more like U-Haul. Ha ha. A mysterious signal that for decades was widely believed to be a sign of alien life most likely came from a noisy truck. Initially believed to be from a meteor fireball that shot out just north of Papua New Guinea in the southern hemisphere in 2014, the disappointing revelation also throws water on the speculation by a noteworthy Harvard physicist, probably stole his research from somebody else, that ocean-recovered materials were of extraterrestrial origin. Upon the meteor's atmospheric entry, a seismic station on the nation Manus Island also recorded several ground vibrations, apparently from ground transportation. The signals changed directions over time, exactly matching a road that run past the seismometer, said seismologist Benjamin Fernando, leader of the Hopkins team. There it went. Nope, it's not it at all. It's really difficult to take a signal and confirm it's not from something. But what we can do is show that there's lots of signals like this, and show that they all have characteristics we expect from a truck. From a truck. Not a meteor. Not a meteor at all. And not only did they use the wrong signal, they were looking in the wrong place, people. Analyzed data suggests that the real splash site is at least 100 miles away from where experts, quote unquote, investigated. What has been recovered was actually just normal meteorites that occurred terrestrial substances. Whatever was found on the sea floor is totally unrelated to this meteor, regardless of whether it was a natural space rock or a piece of alien spacecraft. Even though we strongly suspect it wasn't aliens, people. It was a truck. It was a truck. It found no evidence that represented extraterrestrial technology recovered by government scientists. Unless maybe it was one of those cyber trucks. Maybe that might be of extraterrestrial origin. But not here. Not in Papua New Guinea, people. Sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry to burst your bubble. Honk honk, says Mark. Honk honk indeed. Trust the experts, people. You always got to trust those experts. I do absconded from poor Timmy. That's right. That is true. Bear has Wi-Fi. Bear does. Let's see. Did I do it? Alex Mitchell, people. There you go. There you are. From the New York Post. All right, people. Well, actually, Bear does. Bear literally does. P-Money knows he's got the old hockey game to go check out. We were talking about this earlier. Freaking, let's see. 4 goals, a fight. The opposing coach was thrown out of the game, even though he was given a standing ovation 10 minutes earlier. Wild hockey game out there. So gonna go check that out. But I hope everyone enjoyed the show here tonight. We usually do this every Wednesday and Saturday. Except for last Wednesday, had some issues there, but that's all right. So, want to thank everybody out here. Henry is still here. Thank you, Henry. Even though we disagree about Batman, the Batman. Mark, always great to see Mark out here. Amy and possibly Melissa as well. P Money, of course. Am I missing anybody? VM, all of our Gemini as well. All of our Russian bots and lurkers. Appreciate everyone out there, but you know what? All this talk about trucks not being alien spacecrafts. somehow has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr!